Alright, no big plans this time. Just going to mess around with some games. Actually going to play a lot of fighting games this time, because I feel like in my past Neo Geo streams, I've really focused on some of the other stuff. Obviously the shooters, because I love shooters, and then some of the other stuff like beat 'em ups and things. I've played probably every beat 'em up on Neo Geo on a stream by this point. There aren't many. There's about 10 or something. Excuse me. So I'm going to start off with Fatal Fury, which is an old one, but we'll also play some new ones and some in-between ones. And, maybe some non-shooter stuff too that I haven't really touched on at all. Have I ever played Magician Lord at all on stream? I feel like I surely have, but maybe not on YouTube. I don't know. Whatever. Let's do this. I used to do the whole Twitch thing, but I left because I felt like the quality of the video playback was too poor. Like you pretty much have to be on Wi-Fi or else it just doesn't stream. Like I don't get it. I don't understand why anyone would want to use it. If it doesn't play back on 5G, that's gonna like cut out a whole lot of viewers right there. And more importantly, gonna ruin my ability to go back and watch my crap, which is most of the reason why I stream. Oh, that's a dedicated throw button. Okay. I didn't quite remember what the buttons were in this one. I mean, they tell you at the beginning, but I wasn't paying any attention, you know how that goes. I still think this game looks really good, though. Even old Neo Geo games are certainly really colorful and cool looking. Shit. Controls are a little stiff, and I certainly didn't need to do like a neutral jump at the beginning. That was horrible. How it's done, I guess. You get a whopping 3 playable characters in this game. So when they brought it home to Super Nintendo and Genesis, Takara did the port, and they did a lot of the ports for SNK's Neo Geo games to the popular 16-bit consoles. The Super Nintendo version I just remember being crappy. Like I can't even specifically remember why. Like maybe it looks more like this than the Genesis version, but it's definitely worse, which was pretty common. Samurai Showdown's a lot worse on Super Nintendo than on Genesis, in my opinion. And I've always thought that. I had both consoles when it came out and rented it for both and immediately figured that one out. Even though the Super Nintendo has more content. Anyway, with Fatal Fury, we got, kind of a meh Super Nintendo game. The Genesis game, I think, was a little better, like, in terms of gameplay. What was I, stunned or something? What was going on there? Let's see if I can get this done. But the Genesis game, like as a bonus in versus mode, lets you play as like everybody. So, and I don't know that they were balanced or anything, or even that the controls were adapted all that great, but they did do it. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna lose this round. I'm stunned again. This is crazy. I don't remember this stun thing ever happening before, but maybe it's been a while since I played the first game. I don't know. Stereo separation's pretty extreme. Ooh, he turned it around really quick, didn't he? Barely.
Ready, go!
So the real move here is to set up the turbo fire button for A on the D button so you can blow away the arm wrestling bonus rounds every time.
Versus Kung Fu Roo. Round one.
Fuck you, Kung Fu Roo. What a bastard.
Round one.
Oh, nice. Just barely. That was a tough one.
Terry Bogard versus Duck King. Round 1.
Duck King. He's one of my favorite characters in the Fatal Fury and King of Fighters games. I always enjoy some Duck King. Is City of Wolves out already? I see stuff about it all the time. Still in development though, right? Duck King's tongue was purple also? That's disturbing. And yeah, if Street Fighter 2 hadn't existed, this game would have really been hot shit, I think. I actually think it was it did alright because it was like everyone wanted to have an alternative to Street Fighter. But I think it took until Samurai Showdown for SNK to really get their footing in the genre, which they certainly did. Oh, this is agonizing. Fuck it, I don't care about the points, just lose. My hand is dying here. This isn't worth it. So I had mistakenly thought that the second generation of fighting games, Revolution, which consisted of Street Fighter 2, this game, Fatal Fury, and Mortal Kombat, of course. I thought all of those games were developed completely independently, with like them not being aware of each other in any way. But Engelbart Gaming did correct me on that. I guess there's good sources and information on about how Mortal Kombat, like Midway was aware of Street Fighter 2 and changed the design of Mortal Kombat in its development, kind of based on that. This game, however, is a little less clear, but it definitely has overlapping development with Street Fighter 2. I mean, they're in the same industry and we're competing companies, so they might have been pretty aware of each other's projects, but I think that there's also kind of a lot of secrecy in game development in Japan too, so maybe not. And literally, these were the first three good fighting games. Mortal Kombat, Fatal Fury, and Street Fighter 2 were the first three good fighting games. Like, that's why it's the next generation of fighting games, is because all the fighting games made before those three good games all sucked. Like, all first generation fighting games are just awful. Lord help you if you ever have to play like Tongue of the Fat Man, or even like the ones that are kind of well liked, like ER Kung Fu and Karate Champ, are just not great games. They're not something I'd go out of my way to play. This is going to be my last credit, by the way. I think I'm fighting geese. Ah, no riding. It's riding and then geese. Yeah, I'm not going to continue after this. We'll move on to another game. Most of this stuff will be a 1 credit type deal. Well, alright, I stomped him perfect. Also, this transition from day to night on the backgrounds is a really cool effect. I mean, it's mostly just palette swapping stuff, but it's really well done. They palette swap stuff, they change a few tiles around, add some color cycling. It's really cool. Just everything it needs to be in. A little bit of extra touches of details. And yet still outshined by the Street Fighter 2's backgrounds just because of their line scrolling, I think. And almost no Neo Geo games have line scrolling. That's something you're going to see here. Let's see here. Let's pick a different one. Oh, okay. Here's one I used to play a whole lot on my PlayStation 1. It was like a first purchase game for my PS1, like one of the first games I bought or whatever. So very. Hang on, it's just taking forever to scroll through these files. It wasn't a launch title for the system, but it was a really early 2D game on the system before even Street Fighter Alpha, I think. It's got to be in here somewhere. I swear, this is a real game. Oh, actually, I'm going to change a couple things real quick. This is a fighting game, so let's turn free play on. And I'm going to change my settings. So if it lets me, here we go. Soft dip. Make that easy as shit because I'm bad at games. I'm bad at fighters. Oh, it does have a single player mode, which is how I played it a lot on the PlayStation. But that was, I mean, I would have enjoyed the team mode a lot. It's just that the load times, it was about a 10 to 12 second load time. It's about the same as most of the alpha games, but not my favorite thing in the world. Not anyone's favorite thing in the world. This is also going to be one where I'm probably going to want to modify my control inputs so that they're Street Fighter style. The default settings in RetroArch are Neo Geo CD style, actually, but I'm going to change it. Actually, I might not be able to do that. I don't think I know enough about what this is before I change it. I think I'm just going to be fucking everything up if I try that. Alright, so what we're going to do here then A is light kick, light punch. C is hard punch. Okay, I get it now. Hang on. AC, so squares A, triangle C, X is B, circles D. Hang on. Anything else is going to piss me off, I guarantee you. It's going to be B. That's going to be D. That's going to be A. And that's going to be C. Yeah, fuck it, I'll just be the Fatal Fury team first. Let's see how that goes. As if I know what I'm doing at all. Huge shift in art styles by this point, as I'm sure you can see. Shit. The charge button on this. Is it the heart attacks? With punch buttons, all 4 buttons? What is it? How do you do it? I'm probably going to do some continues on this because I'm not learning enough to play. I'm not even getting a chance to start. I feel like I'm getting my ass beat. Let's check this. This feels wrong. This feels wrong. Let's take another look at this bad boy. It feels like it's pretty far off. Pretty not right. That's level 1. Holy shit. Well, I guess there's not much I can do about this. I probably won't play this for very long. It seems too hard. I don't remember that being an issue with this game, but maybe that was different on the old PlayStation, or maybe it was just better at it back then. I don't know. Clearly, I'm going to need to edit my team now and get like very specific characters that I feel like I can use. I feel like I should be able to use Terry, but I was getting my ass beat with him. That guy has always been good, and I don't know, maybe Ken. He's always pretty good. Yeah, okay. I didn't quite hit the button, but sure, the game's real ready to go. Not particularly patient with me. Man, I'm glad I didn't go into this blind as like a King of Fighters 95 stream, which something I've considered doing several times. I'm glad I didn't. That wouldn't be fun. I'm not. This is too hard for me. Like, I don't know what the deal is with this game, but I used to play it back in the day. I used to know how to do it. It seems way too hard. Is 1 actually the highest difficulty? I mean, I'm not saying it's like Super Street Fighter 2 bad, but it seems hard. Sucks that I can't experiment and learn how to do things. Enemies are way too aggressive for that. As high as the highest difficulty settings in a lot of fighting games, I mean, it's in terms of aggressiveness and targeting me and trying to hit me and stuff. Not necessarily strategy, but I don't know how to play, so all I need is at least a fairly docile opponent to learn. Not a button masher. Well, just barely, so I don't think the next round is going to be okay, but we'll see. This is the second King of Fighters game of when they were doing them annual installments in '94, which is also great. This one, and then there's '96, which in '96 they nerfed out a lot of the fireball type moves and really tried to force closer combat. And I don't know how I feel about all that. I don't think I like it as much as '95. '97 improves on the gameplay, but they took the music out, and everyone kind of doesn't like '97 because of that. I mean, that's a weird and bad choice. It has music during presentation, like you know, openers and stuff, and on the title screen and such, but like in game there's actually no music, and it's weird. I think they were trying to shoot for some sort of realism thing, but it just sounds empty, or like part of the game's turned off. It's not good. It needs to be more there to fill the sound. It doesn't have enough ambient sound to really get away with what it was trying to do. '98 has a massive roster and brings music back, and is probably most people's favorite King of Fighters game. And then '99 was kind of a little bit more of the same. I don't think that was when they switched to SNK Play more, but it might have been. It was around '99 or 2000, and that's when they started to change a little bit. You get a kind of a mixture of an old and new art style. And then somewhere around those, like 2001 or something, they switched to like a tag-in system. So not just team battles, but like actively tagging in players, like an SNK game would. Shit. Over here trying to do a special and just getting killed. Never gonna get to do a special. Those involve like charging up your meter, which I am not getting. You know, I think I used one of the L1 or R1 buttons or something on PlayStation to charge my meter. So I don't know what the actual buttons are, but without it you can't do supers, and that's pretty big deal. you're not, even if you had one guy who fought everybody and also himself almost died and got to the very end of the third guy, you still wouldn't have built up enough meter to do even one super. So that's just a no-go. I'm gonna have to watch the. I actually am gonna play again just because I want to see the opener intro thingy, how to play, and try it with knowing the charge button and using some characters where I think I can guess their specials too. Yeah, weak punch, C, hard punch, B, weak kick, D, hard kick. We got all that. Good on that. C and D's throw. Okay, so that's A and B's dodge, right? A, B, C. So these 3 buttons? That's awful. That is right, though. That's what you gotta do. Shit. Dickhead. Nice. Edie, gone. Edie. BB Khan, my favorite British dude, BB Khan. Shit. Bummer City indeed. Oh, am I about to get beat by just one character? Kind of what it looks like. Oh shit, at least I got one of them down. Well, shit balls. I'll let this roll out for a second, take a short break, then I'll pick out something to play. Don't know what. Might just kind of have to browse and see what sounds fun. Anyway, I'll be back in a minute.
King of Fighters. The King of Fighters.
I'm back. I'm just setting up a game, so I thought I'd pop in and at least say hi while I'm working on this. The next one, we're going to take a little break from fighting games and do something different for just a minute. I played the original game of this. We're going to play the sequel, not all the way through or a whole lot or anything like that, but like a little bit. I'm going to play it a little bit, see what it's all about. Make sure I like everything about this before we get started. Shot, okay. We got like a roll button or something, right? Oh, if you hold it down, you strafe. Yeah, that makes sense. Jump with C, bomb with B. Okay, that works for me, I guess. Let me feel it, make sure it feels okay to play, and we'll see. It's interesting that it's a jump instead of a roll now. All right, reset this bad boy. And we'll drop, we'll give it a real solid go here. I think it's fun that we're back to static again. So this is Shock Troopers 2. I played the original Shock Troopers. It's the better game. This one doesn't really play a lot worse or anything. It just kind of looks worse, mostly. So, out of the two, I think just about everybody prefers the first one. And it's because of all this pre-rendered crap they did in this one. I'm gonna put 6 credits in. That's $1.50. That's kind of cutting in between there. I also set it on 5 lives, so it's about like playing with $2 or $3 worth in real life. And yeah, just give it a go with that and see how it goes. See how ugly the pre-rendered style is, though, compared to the old game. You still got vehicles. I think it's a jump instead of a roll, but yeah, that's otherwise the same move.
Select soldier. No
This guy
margin
seems
for
pretty
forgiveness
normal.
in the battlefield. Charlie out, second squad. Let's go.
It's pretty cool. I don't really know how many of those I have. Is it 9? Man, this game has a shit ton of slowdown too. And no, it's not the emulation. Is that a good guy that I was supposed to kill? Is that the deal? thank you. We're done with that before it kills me. Interesting weapon. This is just normal difficulty, by the way, which is like 5 or something.
No much for me. Select mission.
Oh, there's a select, huh? I guess we'll go for the airbase. I don't know.
Recovery operation. Let's go. Oh my god. No merging for forgiveness.
And it died finally. That's actually pretty interesting. I died almost immediately on the second level after never dying on the first level. Probably a real steep difficulty increase per level. Yeah, I think that's the main thing. The reason why the first game feels like it plays better than this one is because it runs better. The gameplay's really basically the same.
No merging for forgiveness in the battlefield. Level up. Power start. Power start.
Shit.
No merging for forgiveness in the battlefield. Power start. Power start. Emulation.
And I can barely tell that's a T at all. Yeah, let's go ahead and continue. We're gonna try different characters and stuff.
Max power. Max bonus. Power stop. Ready, boys? Power stop. Power stop. Metal up. Ready, boys? Emulation. Power stop. Metal up.
Oh yeah, I remember how during my Dead or Alive 2 stream I said, this song's pretty awesome, to whatever that Japanese rock song was at the beginning during the intro. Well, guess what video has a copyright strike on it today? Viewers in the US can enjoy that with a hefty dose of commercials, I'm sure. I'll try to keep that in mind next time I stream it down, see if I can skip the intro entirely and beat the game during the intro. And then probably, I bet the in-game music won't kick it off. I'm just guessing, but I don't think it will. It's possible, and I've definitely been surprised sometimes. Axelay was a big surprise. Axelay has copyrighted music in it.
Pursuit of the mobile unit.
the last character to look at. Brain. Brain, eyes, heart. Oh, my bomb's kind of useless for that stuff. It was more of a defensive item.
Rock with the beat.
Breaking news of the occupation forces.
Let's go.
Very Merc's informed game design for sure. Awesome. Can't get in this one though. What a bunch of bullcrap. Alright, I think I'm going to wrap that one there so we don't get stuck on it forever. Even though it is pretty fun, maybe it does deserve its own stream. Maybe we'll come back to that at some point and hit it a little harder. I'll go ahead and take a break and mix it up here again. Just a moment. Man, thanks for watching. Alright, and once again, I am back, but absolutely struggling to find a particular ROM file. Just, it's killing me, so I'm going to keep digging around. Let's see what I can find on my computer. Hang on. So, basically, I really want to play this game called Aggressors of Dark Combat that I've never really played before. And it's a fighting game, but it's a fighting game that's like a beat 'em up, like Street Smart, sort of. I don't know if I can describe that well, but I sure would like to find it so you'd have a better idea. Because it's something I've barely ever looked at. And whatever the ROM name is, it's so damn far from Aggressors of Dark Combat that no one's ever going to find it. You know what? Maybe it's AO. Maybe that's what I failed to look under. Maybe it's just like AODK or something. Hang on, shit. Yep, that's exactly what it is. Holy shit. Alright, and then let me just get it loaded up, fix its settings, all that particular nonsense, and then we'll check this one out. It's going to be... Here we go. We're in business. $100 mega shots. This is probably getting into like Playmore era. I never saw this game on an actual MVS. This is something I've been made aware of through like YouTube or something. But it sure does look cool. I'm sure it's not, because beat 'em up style gameplay usually doesn't translate to a good fighting game. We'll see. I bet it makes for something that's easy to pick up and play, though. Oh, that's shitty. Interesting. Quite a roster here, too. Let's try this big guy first, I guess. Seems to have a post-apocalyptic vibe to it. Oh, and they put weapons in. How convenient.
Palma de tigre.
can't make anything work. This guy's got the drop on me every time, just every single time. He's 2 steps ahead of me. I don't like this. I'm gonna try like one more round or something with a different character, maybe. I thought it'd be really interesting to check out because I've never played it, but we can say we checked it out. I don't necessarily have to keep playing something that kind of sucks. The guy second to the left is a World Heroes character, right? Maybe more than one of these are World Heroes characters.
Attack!
Oh, nice.
You win!
Maybe I'm too strong.
Attack!
I think that this has a strong vibe that would read in Japan that American gamers don't get right here, because it's a schoolboy in an orange outfit and like an orange school uniform, and he's fighting in the subway, which is the first level of Kunio-kun. That game was translated in the US as Renegade, and the character looks different, but if you saw the original Japanese game and you saw this, you'd get the connection probably. I think that's very intentional.
You lose!
You know, I like that better after I chose a different character, but I still didn't like it a lot. I still don't understand it all that well either. I don't know how to block or anything, so that's really holding it back from being great. But, you know, they can't all be winners. At least it tried something different. I just remembered another Neo Geo game that hang on, that also has a 3D view like this using 2D graphics. It's actually even more extreme in what it does. Like, it's not like a just like a traditional 2D beat 'em up. It's more like an attempt at doing a 3D fighting game with sprites. So let me know if you've heard of this already. I don't know if it's gonna be not that. Nope. Let me try. Okay, let's see what they're gonna call this shit. There it is. That's gonna be the one. Wrong options there. Anyway, sorry if I showed a bunch of emulator guts. I was barely paying attention to what I was doing. And Sunsoft made this game, oddly enough, huh? Check out this cool intro. Subdued attack. Medium, so weak, medium. Strong. Okay.
Round one, fight!
You could actually like circle stuff in this game, but I don't remember how. Maybe not though. Maybe it just has a lot of zooming and shit. Oh shit. Just total beatdown. Not even close. Yeah, I seem to remember this game involving a lot of like 3D type movement, but maybe I guess I was wrong. Anyway, that character sucked and I couldn't get past one character, so guess we're gonna try literally anyone else.
Round one, fight!
Excellent dialogue. It's too bad I hate the way this game plays because I love the way it looks. But I think this is even less fun than that Aggressors of Dark Combat shit we were just looking at.
Julie loses. Round
Aggressively mediocre bullshit, more like, right? Oh, you know something I have played before? Let me fire this up real quick, too. Again, I'm gonna have to find a ROM, so you're gonna have to help me wait with some patience here.
4, 3,
But so I've streamed the Double Dragon game for the Neo Geo before. It's awesome, really fun game. It is a fighting game, and it's one of two Double Dragon fighting games. The other one is Double Dragon 5, which was released on Genesis, Super Nintendo, and Atari Jaguar. And that game's a steaming pile of shit. Like, you shouldn't play it ever because it's terrible. But and it's based off of the cartoon. The Neo Geo fighting game is based off of the movie. You know, the one that had like Melissa Milano and Robert Patrick in it. That movie. Maybe you block that out of your mind. You shouldn't because it's incredible. But like, uh, anyway. Holy shit, this is a Neo Geo game, and it's absolutely not what I thought it was, and it's crazy looking. That's not it, though. It can't be that hard to find. Let me just scroll through here. Sorry, there's no fast way to do this. I need to have like a ROM list. This fucking. They're not even following the 8-letter convention anymore because I see lots of titles that are longer than 8 letters, but they were. They were using DOS names for so long. It sucks. FAT16 formatted 8.3 file names. Just completely worthless. It's not descriptive at all. I don't know what I'm looking for. Let's see, what was that rad rally? That was not. I'm looking for Rage of Dragons. I may not be able to do this one. I may not be able to figure this one out. I'm gonna try one more thing. I'm gonna step aside for a second anyway. Sorry about the delay here in getting a game going. I'm really struggling to find this ROM name. I want to play a particular game. You know how it is. But you know how if you've ever worked with MAME or Final Burn or anything like that and worked in an environment where it didn't mask over the names for you, you understand how frustrating this is. So anyway, I'll be back here in just a moment. I got it now. I figured it out. I figured it out. All right. Rage of Dragons. I'm going to give this a good go. And then maybe even play something else a little bit after. This may be the last thing I have time for. I didn't manage the time well. I actually wanted to squeeze in Last Blade or Last Blade 2 or something at the end, but I think this might be about all of it to check out. We got Bimmy and Jimmy up here. So this is not a licensed Double Dragon game, but it is obviously a sequel made by the by those who made the Double Dragon fighting game. So a lot of people kind of recognize this as either a Double Dragon game or something very tangentially related one. Okay, good to know.
It's up to you.
Should be Billy and Jimmy, right? The classic team. The Double Dragons. Shit. Neat. Shit. Oh, well, shit, man. It's weird how much I like this less than Double Dragon. I don't want to do a tag battle. I don't like the arts. Kind of indifferent on the art style. Does anyone really do people who like the original Double Dragon like this game a lot or not? Curious, kind of. I'm getting that Shock Troopers 2 vibe where I feel like the sequel's not as good as the original. I'll give it exactly one more go. I can't really spare much more than that on it. Not liking it enough. I really can't be on here for more than like another 20 minutes or so. So I don't want to like get too involved in something I kind of think sucks. But I also don't want to write it off instantly either, you know what I mean? Like I barely played it. Shit. Ugh.
Ready, go!
This is probably a pretty good game. It's probably just a whole lot to get a hold of. Like it's a lot to learn. Gonna have to put some time in this bad boy. How do you swap characters? I really need to learn that. It's costing me everything. Man, this guy sucks too. Can't get any fucking supers. You know what? I'm not gonna spend a lot of time playing a game I'm not actually enjoying. I don't think it's a terrible game or anything. I think it has what feels like a very extremely steep learning curve, and I'm not gonna learn how to play this today. I'm just not. So instead, let's do maybe Last Blade. Out of the two Last Blade games, I kind of like the first one the best too. Because maybe they overcomplicated it just a smidge in the sequel. But I do think the sequel's a good game too. I like them both actually. It's a damn shame there's only two of these games, huh? Like this is maybe one of the best game series to only get 2 entries and then just be dumped. Like these are actually really cool. Oh shit, I gotta change a bunch of stuff, sorry. Watch the intro on this one. This game has beautiful art. Every single screen of it, every frame, every character sprite is top notch. And the only the only fighting games on Neo Geo that look better than the Last Blade games are the Art of Fighting games, arguably, and Art of Fighting 3 is one of the best looking fighting games I've ever seen. Side note: I hate the Art of Fighting games. I don't like the way they play at all. But yeah, this is way up there with that. There's one other I can't quite think of what it was. The Real About Fatal Fury games are pretty impressive. for like an anime style thing. This is still better though. Hell yeah. Oh yeah, D is to deflect. Has a counter button, much like what? Dead or Alive 2. It all comes full circle. Trying to figure out supers is going to be a killer deal, I'm sure. Every time I think he's going to attack, I'm going to deflect. No dice. Some of the stuff you can do in this game is pretty fucking cool. I wish I understood how to use my max meter thing. I really do not. I love these little very zen stage transitions where like a single leaf falls or like the focus changes or there's a ripple in the water. It's all little tiny things and they're cool little details. Wow, he's just working me over. I guess the other very detailed and awesome looking fighting game would be Guru Mark of the Wolves. But even that doesn't have some of these little touches and flourishes, I don't think. Like this has, you notice the little leaves moving on the ground and stuff off of attacks and things like that. That's pretty awesome. That one uses the line scrolling effect to do a shifting camera angle, which is actually super cool. Looking all 3D and shit. I'm trying my damnedest to see if there's some sort of super combo I can do, but I don't honestly know what a max speed means or what it can be used for at all. I've tried everything I can with like pushing 4 buttons at once. Oh, she said knock the snow off the building when she hit the wall? That's crazy. Yeah, this is one of the games when I first played it, I probably didn't notice how many crazy little details there are in it. But you can definitely, like, just at a glance tell it's a cut above normal stuff. There we go. That seemed like it was a super. It feels like I did that with a half circle towards and both slash buttons. I don't know if that's right though, but I try to pay attention to what all my inputs are, not button mash, so that I can reproduce something if something cool happens. It's a half circle forward and either slash button to do those 2 attacks. One fireball is the dual fireball. It's really the only special move per se that I found with this character. I think it might be towards or quarter circle back and towards both slash buttons. Not something super simple, whatever it is. Blocked my super, you bastard. After I put so much work into executing it. Oh, and by the way, in the description, the reason why I spent so much time pointing out how super duper easy it is to play Neo Geo games on literally any device via emulation, other than being, I think the Neo Geo games are awesome. That's absolutely the practical way for you guys to all enjoy Neo Geo games exactly the way that I do. There's just a lot of weird shit that they sell out there. Like, I'm not coming down on anybody who's a collector. If you've got an AES and a bunch of cartridges for it, that's badass as hell. If you've got a modded MVS and a bunch of cartridges for it, that's also very cool, and it's a cool way to play Neo Geo or not. But I mean, it's a collection. Either way, that's what we're talking about, collection, right? If you have a mod, like a highly modded MVS, and like an EverDrive cartridge in it with an SD card with all the same ROMs on it, Okay, I guess I get it if you're playing it on a CRT television, because that makes sense, right? Like, I mean, it's probably one of the easier ways, besides a Mister, which I would recommend the Mister instead of that setup, by the way. But whatever, so it's up to you. However you want to play on CRT, still super cool to play on CRT. That being said, if you're using a highly modded MVS and like one of these like video mods for it to do HDMI, and you're using an EverDrive, at that point you're not playing Neo Geo at all. You're just using. I mean, why do all that shit instead of just plugging your laptop into your TV with an HDMI cable? Like, explain to me how that's better. It's worse. You have less arcade sticks you can use. You probably have a worse picture and sound, and the game's going to run exactly the same with exactly the same amount of input delay on that type of display. It's not going to be any different at all. So like, there's some weird shit on Neo Geo I feel that goes too far. Where it's just like you're not really playing Neo Geo anymore. You're playing a weird thing that you made that runs Neo Geo games. But guess what else is a weird thing that runs Neo Geo games? Oh, literally everything. Which is crazy, because yeah, it would have been incomprehensibly expensive to play this game when it came out. Unless you waited a few years and got it on, like a year or two, and got it on Neo, or I'm sorry, on Dreamcast, which was a great port. But like, prior to the Dreamcast and earlier era in Neo Geo games, you were just kind of shit out of luck. Maybe you'd get a mediocre port to the PlayStation. Maybe if you had a Sega Saturn and also you had a memory cartridge and also you imported games from Japan, then you'd have like better ports. But even then, they're not about the same quality as Neo Geo CD, which, if you aren't aware, actually is a step down from Neo Geo. Yeah, it's the same hardware, video-wise and stuff, but it has like, I don't know, like 4 megabytes of RAM or something. It has to cram everything into. A Saturn with a RAM cartridge has closer to 6. So you end up getting dropped animation frames, limited presentation on stuff. Some games are just fine. Some of the older games can pretty much preload most of the game even. But like later ones are like constant load time and missing stuff. No reason to worry about any of that crap anymore. No real reason to emulate Neo Geo CD unless you're trying to run one of the few exclusive games for it, which are a couple. Samurai Showdown RPG, and maybe something else. Or unless you like really want to hear the soundtrack from that version, because of course it had Red Book audio in some games. But yeah, generally though, this is just the way to go. Whatever. Play on a whatever. Using Final Burn Neo or Main or something like that. Or, what's the other one? It's also Final Burn. Fightcade. Pretty sure Fightcade is just Final Burn with like GGPO, right? Damn it. Signaled that too hard, I guess. Oof. How do you like me now? This isn't like some character I know how to use or anything. It's just somebody I thought looked cool in the menu. I actually think the guy I'm fighting might be who I used to play as the most. He's pretty cool. I also like the real weird guy who's all bandaged up and shit. Also really love his background, which is like on fire and stuff. This background's awesome though too, with the wind. So well animated, looks so cool. Shit. Man, he stomped me. That wasn't even close. We're off to an aggressive start. Oh man, nice. Maybe I'm thinking of stage from the second game. He did. At least my super. Nah, I think that gets me. Shit. I'll just keep throwing you if you keep putting yourself in the position for it. I mean, Jesus. Oh wow, he's just getting free hit after free hit after free hit. Mm-hmm. Well, shit. I'm gonna have to wrap it up there. I don't want to. I'd rather just keep playing Neo Geo and never sleep, but it's not gonna be an option right now. So, gonna have to call it on that one. A lot of fun though. Big fan of the Last Blade and Last Blade 2. We'll have to play Last Blade 2 sometime, or maybe take a time to just play both of them a lot. Anyway, yeah, that's some other Neo Geo games, and of course there'll be more of that stuff in the future. Thank you for watching.